Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Jeff the Painter. I'm done slapping, so let's get to rapping. I'll be bringing you some hypothetical concepts and some opinions and thoughts about a few little things out, going on in our world. And since it's my first broadcast, I guess I will just introduce myself. First of all, my name, like I said, is Jeffrey. I'm a painter. And also, I love humanity. When I say humanity, I love white people, black people, Asian people, you name them. I love people, animals. I don't even eat animals. Vegetarian here. So, I wanted to talk about, first thing is, I live in America, so I want to discuss culture. Because, not even culture right now, actually. We're going to get into that later. First of all, I want to talk about what's the difference between human conditioning and human nature. Because I have a coworker who's always telling me that the reason the world is the way it is because of it's human nature. And I was like, well, hold on now. I can't agree with that. And maybe you guys agree with that, maybe some of you. But for me, personally, I would have to say that the world is the way it is because of human conditioning. Now, I'm not really a Bible thumper, and I really don't know how this saying goes verbatim. But I know a lot of you know what I will be saying when I say it. But the Bible says something around the lines of, Lord, give me the strength to change that which can be changed. The courage, or the courage to know what cannot be changed, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two. Something around that line. Now, like I said, I'm not a Bible thumper, so if you want to bash me, go ahead. I don't really care. But if you know what I meant, then don't be so condescending. So, with that being said, I have a question. With humanity as a whole, knowing that there are things in the world that needs to be changed, or things in the world that is not beneficial for all of humanity, but just a select few, do we lack the courage, or do we lack the wisdom? Now, if we lack the courage, could it be a genetic thing? Because there have been scientific experiments where they have taken lab rats and they put a group of rats inside of a cage or whatnot, and they begin this experiment where they give these rats basically either some type of food or drink, but every time the rat tries to get it, they shock it or something like that, right? Almost like the dog experiment with the electric floor. But what they found out is that over a course of time, the rats became so fearful that they never even went for it anymore. They didn't even go for the food anymore. And then when those rats had offsprings, and they put those offsprings inside the cage without the parents, these rats were afraid of whatever it was. These baby mice were already pre-programmed to be afraid of it. Never been exposed to it or nothing. They were already pre-programmed to be afraid of it. On the contrary, they also did the experiment where they put these rats, one group of rats in a cage where the same way I just now said, where they were afraid to touch it. And they had the other group of mice where nothing happened. So when they intermingled these rats, the rats that was not afraid, whenever they tried to go for something, the fearful rats would always stop it. Like, no, don't go, afraid. While the other rat was like, there's nothing to be afraid of. But because of that, there were so many fearful rats that the brave rat couldn't even go get what it wanted, because it was so many of the fearful rats tugging and pulling it back down. Now think about those for a second, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you to think about that, because I want to tie that into our current situation in the world. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world where there's a lot of angry people, there's a lot of fearful people. But what's going on is an extermination of a group of people, a shade of people. I won't say a group of people, because it's not just happening to African Americans, it's not just happening to Muslims, it's not just happening to Africans, it's happening to Asians, not as much, but it's also happening to them Indians. You see what I'm saying? More so the Afrocentric cultures than the descendants of them, such as the Asians and the well, even Hispanics are getting it too, you know. But everyone is a descendant of melanin. Everyone has melanin in them. No one is absent of melanin. But to have people prosecuted, outcast, shunned, murdered because of their skin is something wrong with us as a culture. But it's right there in the word. We are in a cult. You know, like I said, I live in America, so I speak English, as you can tell. Maybe not that well, but it is what it is. It's not really my native tongue anyway. I mean, it is because I was born here, but it's not as far as my ancestral native tongue. Okay? So, but it is a backwards language. And I want to let you know, and I say that because, like, even in the word culture, because it's backwards, let's turn it around. You have your coat, culture, your coat, right there in the words, right? And when you think about a cult, you know, all these cults you might have thought about, the polygamy cults and all that, like, oh man, why they behave like that? Why they do such and such? You know? They like, those people crazy. Right? Now, I gotta wrap this up because I'm running a little bit short. I want to wrap it up in less than 10 minutes. But look at our cult. I'll leave it at our cult. But everyone, no matter what part of the world you live in, you are in a cult. Your cult. And here in America, our cult, even though we might not want to accept it or not, we're psychotic in this cult. All right? And well, you know, I know I'm going to give you a challenge then, since you know, you might not say, fuck it, I'm not psychotic. You're psychotic. The stuff you're saying sounds psychotic. You might be saying that, right? All right. So, give me one positive thing about a person who kills themselves knowingly. They know they're killing themselves. They might not do it all in one swoop. Maybe they're killing themselves over a course of a month or over a course of 30 days. Maybe they're killing themselves over a course of a lifetime, right? So, what am I getting to? Well, the food that we eat is killing us. It is freaking killing us. We know it's killing us. The people providing it to us knowing it's killing us, giving us diabetes, high blood pressure, sickle cell, whatever, I don't know. Hell, well, we dying, right? We're the only creature on the planet that's dying, getting diseases from our foods. You know, as far as like diabetes and stuff like that. We're only ones. We're also the only creatures on the planet that pay to be here. But we'll save it for another day. But yeah, so give me one thing about a person who is eating something and they know it's killing them over the long run. All right? So are we psychotic? Or do we just not care that we're killing ourselves? I mean, like, we can't be sane. You still can't say the person's sane, right? I don't know. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Like I said, thank you for rapping with me. I just want to share a few thoughts, opinions, and hypothetical concepts. And as always, this is Jeff the Painter. And you guys have a wonderful day.